It's one of our most requested dishes of all time.
And this is our ultimate version of it.
Now, our spaghetti bolognese is made with beef mince and it's cooked off in a tomato-based sauce with some mushrooms, some carrots, celery, onion, and we're going to serve it with spaghetti. Okay, so it's a very traditional spaghetti bolognese. The clue's in the title, but it's not traditional. We'll come to that in a minute. But to start with, we're going to start with our onions. So if you can peel and dice an onion, okay, fairly fine dice, and if you can do the carrot peeled and cut up to a similar size as our onions. I'm going to do the same with the celery, and together, these vegetables, when they're sweated off in a gentle heat in a pan, is called a sofrito, which is the Italian term. Ooh. So that's the basis to a lot of Italian dishes: celery, carrot, onion, garlic.
Bolognese. I'm going to guess from Bologna.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier this isn't traditional.
Well, there are so many different ways of making bolognese. This is, I think, the best one and the one that we're most used to in the UK in the westernised version. Yep. Okay, I mean, traditionally it was made with veal mince.
Really?
Yeah, so we're going to use beef, but you can see how things change over time. This one is, I think, the ultimate. Cool. Okay, this is Sorted's version.
So
a little glug of oil in the pan, and then we can add our sofrito, so that's onion, celery and carrot going into our oil.
Nice.
We'll start to sweat that off. Do some garlic as well. 2 cloves of garlic, just crushed and peeled. So we can put garlic in. Jamie, with the salt and pepper, I think.
Yeah.
And Barry, I'm going to give you some mushrooms. Again, traditionally, people would argue not all bolognese should have mushrooms.
Really?
For me, every bolognese needs mushrooms.
Yeah.
So just slice those, so keep the stalks on.
Yep.
This recipe of ours uses beef mince. Now, as I said, you can use veal mince, as it's traditional. You can use a combination of beef and pork, which some parts do. Some places in Italy use chunks of beef instead. Okay. But for us, this is cheaper, this is easier to get hold of. So we'll place all of our beef mince into there. So we'll give that a good mix up, and then a healthy glass of our red wine.
Oh, yeah.
If you can splash that in, a healthy glass. Perfect.
Oh.
There we go.
Healthy glass for Jamie.
Healthy glass, yeah.
A little squeeze of tomato puree, our tin of tomatoes.
Chopped or peeled?
These ones are chopped, but if you've got peeled ones, just stick a knife in the pan in the tin and cut them all up. Same job. Cool. And now if you can fill that up again, 400 ml of hot water. So if you can grab that from the kettle, that's because we need some beef stock, and I've got a stock cube here which we're going to use half of, so that can go in there. So nice and wet. You can add your mushrooms now. You see, this is all kind of just throw in and let the flavours mix up. Some herbs as well. In this case, a teaspoon of dried oregano, a splash of your special sauce. You love this one, don't you? What is it?
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
About a tablespoon of whatever it's called. And this one I like. Now, this is one of the traditions. It started off as a ragu. Okay, so this is kind of Italian ragu sauce, but with milk or cream, and that just adds a real richness to the dish. And believe it or not, in the space of 5 minutes, we've got everything in that pan that we need. We now need to let it bubble away for at least an hour, but we're going to leave it for 2, which is even better, and then we can come back to it and I'll show you what our bolognese looks like. Look at that. So our bolognese has been bubbling for a couple of hours, and for the last 10 minutes we've had some spaghetti cooking in hot salted water, but now, Barry, you can just drain that.
Bolognese is a very, like all Italian food I see, it's very family orientated stuff. That you get the mum or the grandma and the recipe. The recipe gets
handed down from generation to generation. You plated up the sorted way, plenty of spaghetti in the centre of the plate there. And a generous ladle of our bolognese, and look how thick that is now.
Al Pacino would be proud.
He really would.
Grab some basil off the shelf, Baz, as well.
Tony Soprano would love that.
Yeah. Valentino Rossi.
Proper bit of basil. Any other Italian?
The Pope.
The Pope.
He would love this.
This is his favourite, actually.
German.
Plenty of Parmesan cheese on top. That is it. Our version of spaghetti bolognese sorted.
Bellissimo.
Voila. I don't know how you eat spaghetti, but I
in my mouth
twizzle it around my fork like this.
I twizzle it onto the spoon.
I live into the spoon. Bolognese goes. That is good.
We want to see you, Lady in the Trumpet. No tongues.
How's this happened again?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite close.
Yuck.
Now, what we'd love to see is your version of spaghetti bolognese. So make sure you send all of your pictures into Facebook. We will upload them to our physical Facebook wall, and check out a video every single day on our website, sortedfood.com.